generation of shredders. That's coming up later on in the show. We also have Martha Stewart is going to be here with a look at her today's special value, which is her final home today's special value of the entire year. So we're very excited to have that in the show. And then we have a whole hour with her after At Home with Kirsten. But we're going to start out with something that I have 2 or 3 different versions of in my home because we always have guests, always have little ones, always have another. In fact, tonight there's another reason for an Aerobed in our life. I'll share that story with you in just a second. But this is the Queen 18-inch Comfort Adjust antimicrobial air mattress. Couple of reasons why this one is different from any of the ones that you have seen before. And here to tell us all about that is Miss Diana Irvine. Hi, lady. How are you?
Nice to be with you.
Great to see you.
Nice to be with you.
No home is complete without an Aerobed.
No, every home needs an Aerobed. You won't be sorry because company's coming or you're going to be company somewhere. And this bed, called the Comfort Adjust, has features in it that will ensure that no matter where you are or what guests are in it, they will have the optimal, most comfortable night's sleep I've ever experienced.
Already close to 1,000 of these ordered so far since I believe this debuted this month. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so it's been very popular. Queen size is the most universally popular. You're like, why is there not choice of sizes? Because most people are going to use a queen Aerobed in their home. By the way, I'm pretty sure we're on my Facebook page, Kirsten Lindquist QVC. I'd love to hear your thoughts about everything that we're seeing. So go to that Facebook page and you can chat amongst yourself. It's small when you roll it up.
It is. So this queen size bed fits in this bag. So imagine being able to pop open in 2 minutes an actual comfortable premium mattress made by Aerobed, the #1 name, the leader in that temporary sleep solution.
Isn't it funny how people don't say air mattress, they say Aerobed?
Aerobed.
Even if it's not an Aerobed, it's like tissue and Kleenex.
You got it.
This is the go-to because they are the best of the best. They invented the category and they've made it better.
Yeah, and feel this.
Yeah, right.
You have to tell me this feels different.
It does,
doesn't it?
Totally feels different.
So this actually is a different construction. It is the same quality, electronically welded seams. It has a built-in pump with this fob that's connected. To fill it up, you're just going to hit inflate, and you can feel I'm giving you a little ride there. But then the neat part about this bed is that while lying in bed, you or your guests can adjust it with this. They don't have to go to the end of the bed. They can adjust it up and down however they want to.
That's great.
And the other neat part about this is that this bed is 40% more puncture resistant than any other Aerobed that we've offered. It's also 30% less, has less PVC, which is that sort of more plasticky material you're used to.
Makes
so it has
softer.
a much softer feel, and it's 20% lighter than our traditional Aerobeds. So it's a win-win. Everything's great, and the technology is superior. The reason why Aerobeds are so great is because they actually have this coil construction inside. And so when you put air in this bed, it stays to the firmness that you selected. It actually balances the pressure throughout the mattress so that you can see the air moves around those coils. And so if you are a soft bed lover, then you can have a soft bed and you're not going to wake up on the floor. If you're a firm bed lover, then you can have a firm bed and you're not going to wake up on the floor. You're not getting the taco effect. You're also not sending people away because you don't have any place for them to stay, because you could just turn the living room into that overnight.
Couple of things that are important to note. First of all, this just debuted a few days ago, and we have fewer than 800 left now. So it's almost gone, and there's no reorder. So it just started, and we can't get any more back in stock. It's top quality Aerobed. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And we have fewer than 800 of them left to go around. It's also on Easy Pay, which is 5 easy payments of $26.39. But no reorder is really important. You won't be able to get this one after today. This is how our house was for about 4 years. We didn't have an actual guest bedroom. We just didn't have enough bedrooms. We were a small house. And so our guests slept on an Aerobed in like the playroom.
Yeah.
Or where we had like almost like a foyer, and you can make them look so beautiful.
You do. I mean, we threw a comforter on here, some comfy pillows, a couple throw pillows. This is, you know, as the happy hostess, you want to be able to welcome people.
You do.
You also want them to be comfortable, and I think what Aerobed brings to the table versus other, maybe just a random bed you happen to have.
Right.
That bed's whatever it is, whether it's a soft bed or a firm bed, the guests kind of are stuck with it.
Yeah.
With Aerobed, first of all, it's not taking up that room. They can adjust it to whatever they like, and then when you need to reclaim that space, 2 minutes, the air's out of it. Pull the whoosh valve, roll it up,
Real quick
bag.
inflation, real quick deflation. I just texted my husband. My kids are very sad about going back to school. Actually, so is Mommy. And it starts next week.
Mine started yesterday.
Did they?
We had a few mopey moments.
Oh, goodness. But so we're trying to make the most of the next few days. And I said, okay, well, how about we do a camp out in our living room tonight, right? Because the kids love that kind of thing.
That's perfect.
So I was just texting, make sure we get the Aerobed out. Because it takes a second. I mean,
it's so much fun.
And these are these, I remember when we had pups, we've lost our dogs in the past couple of years, but we used to always let the dogs come and sleep with us on the Aero mattress too, or the Aerobed, because it works.
Yeah, so this one is actually 40% more puncture resistant. So if you've got pets who love it, and I have heels.
Except for that one time when maybe don't go on it with heels.
Oh no, now we're going to end up on all kinds of... Okay.
Doesn't usually happen, but it did that one time.
Who put pins in my shoes?
Feature price of $131.95. It's live TV, folks.
Oh
Queen is the most popular size in an Aerobed, so that's
don't
the
try
one
that
we
at
give
home,
you.
because that's truly not recommended. I'll probably be forbidden to ever stand on another one. But typically I do stand on them. I apologize, I have heels on that were a little pokey.
It's all right.
But just so you know, you're always going to enjoy having an Aerobed in your home, as Kirsten said, whether it is for the slumber party, whether it's for the guests. For us, we're going to be traveling for sports. So for sports, you know, instead of getting 2 hotel rooms, we only have 1.
Well, you know what? It saves so much money. When you think about how much mattresses are these days, how much new beds are these days, this is just, it's a simple, smart, cost-efficient way to have that extra space in your home. Whether it be like when the kids have sleepovers all the time. We pull out the Aerobed non-stop. Look at how big it is. So this is the queen size we were talking about, how it is the most, you know, the traditional size, because you can fit 2 people. I could fit me and all of my children.
600-pound capacity on this. So two healthy adults, multiple children, 1 person easily. The only thing I have to say is don't step on it with heels. That's
However, this is more puncture resistant.
Yes, it is.
Take a look
and
at
the
these.
material is fantastic.
Right.
It's called our Opti Comfort, and it is 40% more puncture resistant, 30% less PVC, and 20% lighter. So really convenient for travel.
And that lighter is really nice because look at how small it is.
Yeah, I love this. And I love the fabric. I mean, if you feel it, it just doesn't feel like the traditional Aerobed. It really feels like a fabric.
And that's part of it. It has less of that like plasticky feel to it.
And throw on your traditional queen size sheets. So queen size sheets, so you don't have to get anything fancy. Throw on a comforter, throw on some pillows. 2-minute inflation. So easy peasy, super convenient, and really, really nice for your guests to be able to adjust their comfort. That's why we call it the Comfort Adjust, because they can lay right in the bed, and in the bed then they can push the button and adjust the firmness or the softness of the bed without having to get out. The pump is built in, it inflates in 2 minutes, deflates in 2 minutes, open the whoosh valve, roll it up, and put it right here.
No reorder. Once it's gone, it is gone. You got 5 easy payments on this today at $26.39. It's a featured price, which is a break in the price, and it's an awesome one. So you're gonna love it when you get it home. That's V36054. How many numbers and letters, Kirsten? QVC.com, the best place to make your order. Coming up in 10 minutes, we have our chief electronics correspondent here, Mr. Craig Smith. He is going to be showing us the next generation in shredders. It is a scary world out there these days. You've got to be shredding your stuff, everything. This is micro cut. So even if you've had a shredder in the past, you have not had one like this. Easier, faster, better shredding while supplies last. It's been way popular. So limited time and limited amount of these, and once it's gone, it's gone. We've got something brand new today in just a minute. Adam and Kirsten.
Incomparable, inspirational, impeccable. That's the world of Martha Stewart. Tuesday, the Emmy Award-winning show host, entrepreneur, and best-selling author shares her lifestyle expertise with you. Don't miss Martha Stewart Home and Garden, tonight on QVC.
We're counting down to the big day. Get a head start on your holiday shopping with low sale prices on all on-air holiday decor, toys, and seasonal gourmet foods from some of your favorite brands. Don't miss our Countdown to Christmas sale, now through 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern on QVC2.
There's even more to love with a Q card. Open a new Q card and make a purchase today, August 28th, and we'll treat you to a $40 QVC account credit. For more details, go to qvc.com/QCard.
Welcome back. Name of the show is At Home with Kirsten. You know what's in my home? Lots of them. Toothbrushes. I sure hope they're in your home too. But are they this good? And do you need new ones? Back to school, college, guests. We always have them for our guests. Lori Pickford is here. She's been bringing us great personal care products, QVC, for over 5 years. This is a remarkable value. This is really where you just stock up because it's too good. $19.95 for two. And they are Sonic Clean Flex toothbrushes, 2 of them, plus a year's worth of brush heads for each one. I mean, you cannot beat this value at $19.96. You go to a drugstore, you go to a grocery store, you're gonna maybe find one for $20, $25, and they're not gonna give you extra brush heads. So the 2 of them for a year's supply of brush heads. Here's your color choices. Ooh, see, I'm still in the summer. So this is my summer colors right here. This is the blue and the green. This is the red and the silver. They're brand new today. They really are a better toothbrush because of a couple of different reasons. Take a look at the brush head. It's different.
It is different, and because it's made by Sonic Clean, which is a company that's been around for more than 12 years, Kirsten, creating versatile and effective tools for everybody in your family, this is no exception. Really, the top of it, you're going to see it's going to spin, going back and forth. The bottom rocks from side to side. The top is going to polish and remove the debris from the gum, help to remove the debris from the gum line, and the bottom one gets between the teeth to get all that debris out, so you have that dentist fresh feeling after every time that you use it. So it really makes a difference. And what we love about this too is because the brush head is as large as it is, it actually will brush more than one tooth at a time. So you can actually do your teeth where you're not actually spending so much time one after another after another. You can do 1.5 or 2 teeth at a time, which allows you to just brush more effectively.
Do yourself a favor. Get multiples of these. Send them to wherever the kids are going to college so that they change their toothbrush out or they change their toothbrush head every once in a while, which is really, really important. Pick them up and keep them, hold on to them for stocking stuffers because it's 2 for $20. Plus you get all of the brush heads along with them, and it's not just a throwaway toothbrush. Look at how good this cleans.
It really takes the debris away from the gum line, giving you that dentist smooth, fresh feeling on your teeth every time that you use it. So you have to love the ability to have something like this in your home that is so simple and so easy to use. And again, when you're changing the brush heads, now this one has debris on it, I'm just going to pop the top off. I'm going to take a new one and push it right in, and it's ready to go again.
It is about a year's worth of brush heads because you change them.
You're going to change them every 3 months. Every 3 months.
Thank you for that.
Exactly. 3 times 4 is 12.
There you go. You change them every 3 months. That's your year's worth of brush heads for each of them. You go to a drugstore, you go to a grocery store, you're maybe finding one for $20, $25 and no extra brush heads. Here you're getting all that you see here. 300 sets already gone. We are busy, so I would try QVC.com. Your apps are your best way to go. This is the blue and the green set, which is my favorite. Then you also have the red and the silver, but maybe stock up on those for the holidays and for gift giving. At $19.96, it is truly a steal. Here's how it works.
Really, that's how it works. You can see the top is going from side to side, almost looking like it's spinning in a circle. The other one rocks back and forth. You can see how it will go and actually do 1 or 2 teeth at a time, polishing that tooth with the round section and getting between the teeth with the others with the bottom portion. And again, you're able to get that dentist fresh feeling because it's getting between the teeth, it's getting that debris up and away from the gum line, just like a dentist would do if they were in there doing what they do when we go to the dentist, and we hate that. So if you've been having trouble, going to the dentist and they're saying to you, you need to do a better job, or maybe your kids are going off to college, or you have young ones in the house and you don't want to spend $100 on a toothbrush. Yeah. Now you can get a versatile and effective toothbrush that's really going to make the difference.
This even comes with the batteries.
It does.
4 AA batteries come along with them. I mean, it doesn't get any easier and any better than this. If you're not sonic cleansing your teeth as it is right now, oh goodness, why not? Because what your dentist wants you to be doing. And there's no excuse of, oh, it's too expensive, because this is 2 sets for $20 plus a year's worth of brush heads. And your kids don't have an excuse, and your grandkids don't have an excuse, and your neighbor doesn't have an excuse, because at this price you could be giving them to everybody. I feel like we're always getting toothbrushes at my house, because we're always having, with 3 children and a pool, we have kids coming over and spending the night at our house nonstop, especially in the summer. And
Isn't that fun,
It
though?
is fun. I want to be the destination house, right? That's what as they grow up, that's where I want to be. But we always have toothbrushes for everybody. And my parents come over and they always forget their toothbrush. So get a good toothbrush, though, you know, and one that they want to take home with them, or one that they want to leave there for the next time that you come. At $10 each with a year's worth of brush heads? Yes.
Exactly, and when you get it home, Kirsten, all you're going to do is put those batteries right here in the bottom, one up and one facing down. You're going to press the button right here in the middle until you hear a click. That's going to turn it on, and when you hear a click again, that's going to shut it off.
Easy.
It's that easy peasy. You really can't get any simpler than this. But let me show you again how effective it is at removing debris, because that's really what brushing is all about, making it simpler, making it easier on the person who's doing the brushing, and making it effective so that every time you're doing it, you're actually doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is getting that debris away from the gum line, giving your teeth a chance to be nice and super dentist clean every time you brush.
$19.96 is a featured price, which is a break in the price here at QVC and won't be around forever. Here's how it works. More than 1,000 now gone.
You're going to see right there, the top one is turning, the bottom one is oscillating from side to side. You can see that it gets more than one tooth at a time. One is getting polishing and removing it from the gum line. The other one is getting between the teeth, which is so important because you get just as much debris between your teeth as you do on them and around the gum line. So you have to be really careful to make sure that you're doing an effective job when you're actually brushing your teeth, and that's so important.
All you have to do is choose, well, a couple things. Do you want the blue and the green set, or do you want the red and the silver set? Maybe blue and the green for right now, red and silver get to do as stocking stuffers or for gifts as we get to the holidays or a little bit closer. You could also use your Q card on this. There's no easy pay. Kind of don't need it for a $19 item, but if you're getting multiples, which I really encourage you to, this is brand new today. Don't know how long it's going to last. So stocking up on these works. If you do that, use your Q card. You'll get 3 easy payments on your Q card. You get 3 easy payments on every single item every day except for gift cards when you use your Q card, and it's easy to apply for as well.
Exactly, and look how simple and easy it's making quick work of all of the debris in this glass, and that's waterproof eyeliner, by the way, which is really tough to get off glass if you've ever tried to do it. But again, these bristles are polished on the end, Kirsten, so that it's going to really help that feeling. Some people have a hard time using a toothbrush that's really rough on their teeth.
Right.
So every one of these bristles is rounded at the top. So it's effective in removing the debris, but it's not going to irritate your gums.
These presentations always make me feel like my teeth aren't clean enough.
Isn't it funny?
Right? You just Craig's doing the same thing. He's putting his tongue over his teeth going, I think like I never brush my teeth. Do it better. The green and the blue or the red and the silver. Thanks, Lori. Great to see you. Thanks for being here. QVC.com is the best place to go. We're busy. That's a very, very popular one. She's back. Miss Martha Stewart will be here in just a few minutes with a look at her today's special value, which has been wildly popular. It's like a $35 savings, and it is her final Home and Garden today's special value of the year. They are the multi-purpose heavy-duty extra large totes. Craig Smith.
Hello.
We could fit like 3, 4, 5 of you in one of those because they hold up to 930 pounds.
Wow.
Actually, like even more. You're a svelte guy.
Not 5.
Well, a lot of you. A lot of Craig Smith.
I'm not that svelte.
In fact, would you like to do the presentation? We'll just put you inside of one.
I'm game for that.
Oh, are you? Okay.
I'm free for the next couple hours. Let's do it.
This is our Chief Electronics Correspondent, Craig Smith, who is bringing us something kind of in the electronics world, but also in the you need this in your home world. This is the Royal 8-sheet microcut paper shredder. 80-sheet auto feed tray. All of that's a lot of words for goodness, you have to have this. Shredders are everything right now because there is more and more of that people stealing your stuff and your identity and your information, and you're getting more blank checks and more credit card statements and all of that in the mail. You got to shred it better.
And this is a great way to do it because it works in two different ways. So for the regular everyday shredding, I like to call it, when you get those envelopes in the mail, or you have that, you came back from the pharmacy and you have that information on your script, don't just tear it in half and throw it inside the piece of trash, because that's not the way to protect your information. With this, you can take the everyday mail, stick it in the front, but the fact that it has the 80-sheet auto feed in the back, so now if it's fall cleanup, if you're waiting for the kids to get out of the house and back to school, and now you're going to clean out all those drawers of stuff, this is a way to do it. 80 sheets at a time right here, and shredding away into micro-cut little pieces.
It's a while supplies last, so limited amount of these, and for a limited time, we got this great price on it, which is $21 less. So what's going to happen is over the next, it could be hours, it could be days, these colors are not going to be here anymore. This is the purple, that's the blue. That one right there is the white, and the white's kind of a grayish white. It's really nice. Then there's also rose gold.
Rose gold right here.
Well, hello there. Silver, which is like a charcoaly grayish silver, or platinum. And then also black, which is a kind of chocolatey black, if that makes any sense. White is the most limited on this. Use your major credit card. It's 5 easy payments of $19.99 and free shipping and handling. Here's how strip cut is. This is one of the ways you can do it.
Yeah, this is kind of like the evolution of shredding we're looking at here. So when shredders first came to the market, people started to get them in their homes. We had that strip cut, which was basically cutting a piece of paper in one direction. And they realized, well, that is okay, but it really doesn't hide the information that well. So the next evolution was cross-cut, cutting in two different directions. A lot better than strip cut, but still not quite good enough. As you can see, with those little shards of paper there, you could still get script information. You could still get a phone number or social security number. What Royal does is they do micro-cut. And this is what takes an individual piece of paper, a regular sized piece of paper, and turns it into 1,100 little pieces. And that's what these three tins are in front of us here. So we have strip cut, then we have the cross cut, and finally this micro cut right here. This is confetti.
It is.
So think
We'd
about
actually play with that.
That stuff you want to put at the curb, the information, whatever it is that you don't want to share with the entire world. This is the best way to shred it right here, because an individual piece of paper turns into 1,100 little itty bitty pieces. So those bad guys out there that are trying to put the piece of paper back together again, yeah, good luck with micro cut.
You've seen
that puzzle
in movies before, right? Where they pull the information out of a trash can and they put it back together and they figure out who the person is.
Find out who the bad guy is, or something like that.
And actually, I used to, in my life before this, be one of the bad guys, and that's not true. But I was.
But you played them on TV.
I did. I was a news reporter, and I remember jumping into dumpsters to showing people how easy it was to steal their information. And it's gotten even easier, and I think the reason it's gotten easier is because there's more information out there.
And most of us just forget, and most of us just get a little bit lazy. Back to school time, I'm filling out all kinds of forms for the kiddos, and they all come back to me with a copy. This doesn't get the job done.
Nope.
And this is what a lot of us do. We get that junk mail, whatever it is, we tear it in half. I still have all the information on here. I have the maiden name, I have the script number, I have the social security number, the phone number, and it doesn't take a lot of information for the bad guys to get. So all of a sudden, they're setting up a credit card in your name. They're buying a car in your name. They're trying to get any information they can to take advantage of your identity. With any of that information, don't just throw it away in a trash can. When you micro cut it, that means it's obliterated and the bad guys aren't going to get it.
Let me talk to you about colors again. This is a while supplies last. So what we did is we went to Royal 8 and we said, give us your best value. And then we said, okay, now take more off of it. And they said, okay, but only for a limited time and only a limited amount of these. And once they're gone, we're not doing this anymore because it's too good of a value. That's what we're at a while supplies last. There's purple, there's blue, that's white, most limited, that's rose gold. Then there's the silver, there's also the black. Black is the most popular. Use your major credit card, pay for it over the next 5 months as opposed to just once, and it's also free shipping and handling. Do you know who is the most at risk for these types of crimes? The elderly, as well as your college kids. So if you're sending kids back to school, that's when they start to get those credit cards, and there's a lot of those offers. Send them back with one of these. If you have elderly parents, parents who are still living on their own, maybe you're in that category, you are also highly at risk because you are somebody they look to as, oh, I can steal their information, they're not going to notice. Make sure you're protecting yourself and your loved ones.
And I love the fact that you can put up to 80 sheets at a time in that back bin. Again, you want to get rid of bulks of information. You want to get rid of tax returns from 20, 30 years ago. You put it in that 80-sheet bin, it's going to shred automatically. You can actually simultaneously shred. So what I like about it is that little bin up front, that takes up to 8 sheets at a time. It shreds credit cards, it shreds through tape, staples.
Really?
No problem at all. And we have the caster wheels as well. So what a lot of people do with their shredder, maybe you have that area in the kitchen, that little desk set up, or maybe it's in your home office. Well, the great thing about this, because it has a 4.5-gallon bin, you don't have to empty it that often, and those caster wheels, you can just roll it underneath the table when you're done, roll it back out when you have to use it. And again, an individual piece of paper. I actually put a clear bin on the front of the one that we're going to show you here in just a second, just to give you an example what happens to that piece of paper. That means the bad guys aren't going to get your data together. Now, you're going to get a smoke gray bin, no matter what color you choose, but we had this custom one made here of clear, just so you can see what happens to that piece of paper. It is snowing here in Westchester, Pennsylvania.
No, don't say those words.
Not exactly, especially for the California girl like you. But this is what you can see, regular size piece of paper. It goes from 1 piece to 1,100 pieces that quickly. Now you have the confetti, you have the snowstorm going on there. That's how you protect your data. And you can see how quickly this is working for us here as we pop in page after page after page. And now that information is gone.
I might just use it to make confetti for my kids' parties. Just saying. More than 8,000.
By the way, I've done this presentation more than once in the last several weeks.
Like,
I have more than enough confetti.
Can I keep this stuff?
You can
like,
keep
I'll
that if you
take
want
this home
to. Sure,
Grace
you can
and
have it
Georgia.
all.
They'll be so excited. They're like, oh, peekaboo confetti.
It's not worth anything anymore. Sure, just pop it right in. You're good to go.
More than 8,000 already picked up so far this month. Oh my goodness. And this is rather new. So please do not wait on this. It's going very quick, and it's a while supplies last. Limited time, limited amount of these. Once it's gone, it's gone. We are just, since we got such a great value from the people who bring this to us, we give you everything. We do great. 5 easy payments, free shipping and handling, great colors on top of that. It's kind of a no-brainer. Even if you do it, even if you just do this 2 times a year, around tax time, you go back to, what is it, 7 years? You keep your
IRS says you have to keep your taxes for 7 years.
So every year you have 1 more you can shred, right? That 8th year, shred that. Even if you do it 1 time a year, even if it's just a couple times a month you grab that stuff, it's so worth it. I did this today. Today I got a new, like a replacement credit card, right? And I went with my old credit card and scissors. And
Don't do that.
I know. They could still get those numbers. Microcut.
Microcut, and we get so much junk mail on a day-to-day basis, stuff that we don't even ask for, offers for those credit cards. I think of when you used to pick up a script at the pharmacy, you used to get the script, that was about it. Now you come home with a booklet of information.
Seriously.
Because it has the whole package
17
insert in there,
pages.
it has all the side effect listings.
And double receipts. Why don't they do double receipts?
And the receipts are exceptionally long now. Don't do this. It's recommended in order to protect your identity, any information the Federal Trade Commission recommends, any information that has personal or financial information, you should shred it either daily or whenever you're done using that piece of paper. This does not shred it, and this is what so many of us do because let's face it, we're in a rush. We get home, we look at the junk mail, okay, I don't need that. I'm just going to tear it in half and throw it in the trash can.
And we put it in the recycling, and we are at risk.
You are. In fact, most townships, I shouldn't say most townships, but there's a lot of townships throughout the country. You have to check your local laws. But as soon as you put something at the curb, it's fair game.
Yeah.
Even if it's in your trash can, doesn't matter. Somebody can walk up to your trash can, open it up, and take the information out there. That's true. In a lot of townships throughout the country, don't take that chance. When you shred it in a microcut shredder, that's the way to ensure that your data is safe.
I know there's a lot of shredders out there, and that's just the reality, but they aren't micro-cutting. They're doing things like this, the strip cuts that aren't as good, or even the cross cut. The micro-cut is really, really protecting you. Plus, it can go through things like staples. It can go through things like
credit cards.
So that's a strip cut. That's how it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be. Back we saw that movie with Ben Affleck years ago where they put the pictures back together because it was a strip cut, easy to put back together again. So they went from strip cut to cross cut. So now we're cutting in 2 different directions at the same time. A lot better, but still not quite as good when you take a look at the fact that you can still get information off of an individual piece of cross cut. What microcut does, it's compared to a cross cut, each piece is 1/4 of the size. We're taking a regular size piece of paper and blasting it into 1,100 different pieces. 1,100 pieces. That's why it looks like snow when we take a look at that microcut. That's why it's gone. And the fact that you have the 80 sheet bin right here, 80 sheet bin, let me say that again, and the 8 sheet up front, if you're shredding a lot, if you're shredding a little, it's going to work for both of you, and you can simultaneously shred through both bins at the same time if you want.
Faster,
Yep.
safer, more cost efficient at this price with the while supplies last. Limited time, limited amount of these. Once it's gone, it is gone, and already 8,700 so far this month. That's a lot of shredders. Can't promise you a whole lot more. Here's your colors. There's your purple. Next to that is the blue. Next to that is the white. We also have the rose gold, the silver, and then also the black. Black is the most popular. It's a kind of a chocolatey black. You can see black on the bottom compared to the black on top. White is the most limited, I think is what I heard. Rose gold's kind of nice.
Want to have some fun?
Sure.
Put that in the bin over there.
In the front or the back?
Well, that's more than 8 sheets, so it's not going to fit in the front.
So I go back
But you
here.
can take as many sheets as you want, up to 80 sheets in the back, and just leave it alone. That's the nice thing about it. If you're cleaning up, it's fall cleanup time. Just drop a whole stack of pages.
Yeah, and just let it go.
And you can actually put them through both sides at the same time.
Remember how you used to have to, with your old shredder, one at a time, feed them in one at a time?
Yeah.
It took forever. No wonder we stopped doing that.
Or if you have old stapled documents as well. Now, the staples you're not going to use in the back bin.
Only in the
So
front.
if you do have some pages stapled together, up to 8 pages at a time, they go in the front bin. The front bin is also going to be able to handle envelopes, so the junk mail you get. Don't even open the junk mail. If you know it's junk mail, why bother opening it? Just
Yeah,
simply
you know
drop
they're
it
trying
in
to
there.
get you to get another credit card. You don't want another credit card. You know they're trying to give you checks. You don't want those checks.
Or you get that My Neighbor at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's if you don't know who I am, I'm
Yeah.
not going to open the mail.
Exactly.
So just drop the envelope in there, you're good to go.
So true. One more time, color choices, purple, blue, white, rose gold, silver, and then also black. Use your major credit card. You pay for it over the next 5 months as opposed to just once. It's free shipping and handling. Remember, free exchanges on colors if the color doesn't match, and also a 30-day love it or return it guarantee. Mr. Smith? Woo! Yeah, keep that for me. Give that to some little girl.
Now I got a big cleanup to do now.
Remember, while you're checking out with this one, search Hello Fall. See all of our great home decor when you search Hello Fall. That's at QVC.com. Remember, we're streaming on my Facebook page. It's a fun place. Kirsten Lindquist, QVC. Love to have you chatting amongst yourself there. But right now, it is the reason for the day. So excited about this one. These are the super heavy duty utility bags that you're going to use everywhere from back to school to Christmas time to you name it, to your gardening, and they are from the authority in this department. It is her final Home and Garden Today special value of the year. It's from Martha Stewart and starts right now.
The Martha Garden Bag is perfect for a job like pruning. I'm pruning my beautiful weeping hornbeam. This bag holds so much, and generally when you're pruning like this, everything goes right on the ground and you have to rake it up and pick it up and put it into something else. This is so lightweight and so portable. I just can't live without these bags. Have fun with your garden bag and see, I can just move it up the line very easily. Ta-ta.
It is our #1 value of the day, our today's special value. It is the best idea, and it's the best value. We're talking about $35 less. That makes it almost half price by picking up this set of 3 multi-purpose, heavy-duty, extra-large totes. And it's from not only Emmy Award-winning TV host, author, and just the authority when it comes to home, garden, and now, might I say, even apparel. I love your pants.
Oh yeah, here, this
right?
is it. This
Those
is all
pants
it.
I love. Love those shoes. You got to bring us those. How
I
are you,
will.
Martha?
And
Great to see
how's
you.
my yoga guru?
I'm doing very good. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. It's great to be back here with you. We already sold out of a color. You get a set of 3 here. What we have left, it's getting towards the end of the day, and you've got to be quick on these because over 32,000 sets have already been picked up.
We didn't sell this out
Already 200 have been picked up in this show. No, but one of our colors is gone. So these over here are the mint. This right here is your slate. Most limited in the slate. Really, really pretty. I love that, the gray. And then this one right here is the black. These are so heavy duty that they hold up to 930 pounds. Not that you would do that, but you could.
We need 9 of you.
I was gonna say, you need a lot. Here's what you would pay, $25.14 each for these. Times 3 would be over $75. You get them home for $39.46, which is about a $35 savings. 47-gallon load capacity.
But since these aren't sold anywhere else, I don't know how you could put a price of $25
You really couldn't.
on them.
Well,
no.
you know, and if we bring them back, or if we have any left tomorrow, we could easily be doing these for $25 each, plus your
Definitely.
shipping and handling. But today is the day to do it. And you think, well, I'm not quite sure I know what I'm going to use. Oh, let us tell you, because you will use them for everything.
These are the strongest bags.
They are.
And they are, they fold up to just do you have the folded one right down here? So you can store it so easily in your basement, in your garage, in the back of your car.
You can make them flat in places. Back, you're right, back of the car.
Yeah, I think one of the best uses for it, we just came up with that with the use today, is when you go to the big box stores and you're buying 3 big packs of paper towels and 4 big packs of toilet paper.
Right.
And whatever. You have nothing to put that stuff in, this is the bag for you.
I mean, you got everything, and they're heavy duty. So not only do you have the handles like you would expect from a bag right here, but then when you're getting down and dirty and really doing the heavy lifting, you got the side handles as well.
I think you should do this for exercise.
I should. I could do squats with these. When we're talking about a 930-pound weight limit, not that you'd be able to lift 930 pounds, when we do that testing, that has to be done where these aren't going to rip off. Or these aren't going to rip off if you put tons of rocks or tons of garden debris in them, or all of your Christmas decorations.
Every single one of your kids'
all of the
sporting equipment in these bags keeps things organized, keeps things separate, keeps things clean. When I go on a trip with my dogs, and I have 4 dogs, and you can see the doggies right there in the back of that lovely little vehicle.
Oh my goodness! Wait, but there's 5 there.
Well, I know, but that's one of them. One of them has passed away, but just recently.
Yeah.
But those dogs are so fun. But each one needs something special. 2 of them need beds.
Right.
They all need dishes. Some of them need coats. Some of them need T-shirts. Some of them need grooming tools more than the others. They need their toys. They need their leashes. They need their food. So it all fits right in one bag, and this goes right into the back of the SUV.
Yeah, it fits perfectly.
And the doggies go to where I'm going.
And most of you in your SUVs, or what, you know, we're talking about travel soccer games and things like that. You're fitting 2 or even 3 of these in the back of your SUV with your kids, because there's so many different things you can put in these. Let's go show the scale real quick, because these do literally hold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah, so Rick and I leaned on this to see how high we could get, and I think we got up to 700 pounds.
Because we're at 480.
Yeah, let's keep pressing on this.
Seriously, you should get on top. I told Craig Smith he should try and go more and get on top.
We're up to 656.
We're not quite as heavy together as you and Rick.
But it goes up to 930 pounds. I don't know what happens at 930 pounds. They did not tell me.
Right.
But they tested it, and this is Jay Leno's to take the engines out of his cars.
That's great.
This is what it's used for, and it's holding this. It's been holding this since last night at 11 o'clock when I came down here.
And not that you would be lifting 930 pounds.
Yeah.
But you might have big, strong men in your life who are lifting over 100 pounds. There's no other bag that I know of that can hold rocks like that, debris like that. What if you are moving? Oh my goodness, if you're moving, you need to get like 7 or 8 sets of these and just use these.
Yeah, and when you're raking leaves this autumn, the leaves are starting to fall despite this horrible heat.
I know.
But the leaves are everywhere, picking up that debris. And one nice feature, another thing, we should talk about the size. This is a 47-gallon bag. It'll hold 47 gallons of anything. And the straps are very strong because they go all the way underneath the bag. And there's a little handle on the bag right down here someplace. Yeah, so if you want to just dump these onto your compost pile, you just go like this.
Oh, because they have the bottom holder.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
See?
Yeah, that's
and
great.
The beauty of this bag is that it is rigid enough just to stand up. Who's going to clean that up? Are they going to make me clean that up?
That's all you, Martha. Better get down there, change your shoes.
Sure they're going to make me clean it up. But this is rigid. It's 20 by 20 and 24 inches high, and it has a little flexible wire in the top and down the corners to hold it upright.
And yet folds down to this.
Yeah.
So fold down to almost nothing, so you can store them when you're not using them.
Because it's rigid, you don't have to keep trying to open it.
Right.
And Ryan McAllister, my gardener, he loves these bags. He's been using them for quite a while, testing them.
I know some of you are at home looking at this going, those are just grocery bags. No, wait till you feel the material. As a boater, as somebody who sails, it has that same feel as that you would use like in sailing. I mean,
As
this
the
is
Kevlar, right?
Yes, exactly.
It does, and it's also the same material that they use around the hulls.
Right.
To coat the hulls of the boat so they're indestructible. They hit a rock, they sort of glide off it. It's pretty hard to tear this fabric, almost impossible to tear it. It's polypropylene, and it has a fabric inside, like a mesh inside the propylene that is indestructible.
That's how it holds up to 930 pounds. Let me talk to you about color choices. Let me also tell you this. We had this on 2 times before, sold out. If you've got them, give us a call. We'd love to talk to you. Our testimonial lines are open. This is the mint, really pretty color. This is the slate, most popular and most limited. And then over here is the black. Each of these is over $25 each. The reason why, the size, the material that's used, like we said, we're talking about like boating materials here. You would pay up to $75.42 to get these home. We make these almost half price at $35 less, 2 easy payments of $19.73. When we think about what we're going to bring Martha Stewart in, because we don't get her all the time, she's very busy. She's writing another book. She has so much going on.
Just finished the grilling book.
Did you?
Yep.
We have to get very, very picky about, okay, what are the very few today's special values that we can get her for the entire year? Has to be perfect. This is our final Martha Stewart Home and Garden Today's Special Value of the Year. There won't be one during the holidays. There's not going to be another one because we know, and she knows, this one is for every season, every home, everything.
Yes, it is indeed. And so if you have the kids with all the sporting equipment, that's one great
Perfect.
use.
And you get 3.
Yeah, and if you are just going to the beach and you need a really big tote, 2 people can carry this, one on each handle.
Yeah, look at
and you can
though,
just
Craig,
walk
right
to the beach, your towels, your umbrellas, your drinks, all in one nice, neat bag that won't get full of sand.
That's us right now.
Yes.
I just drove in from the beach this morning.
Oh, you did? Where? Which beach?
We went out to Delaware, so it's very close.
Oh.
But you know, everything's
The
beach
Atlantic
for
Ocean.
us.
That's my beach.
There you go.
That's just my backyard.
Great for your pool, right?
Yes.
Great for your
Oh, it's
pool, great for the
perfect.
beach, great for camping. I think about all of you who are moving kids into college and into apartments and things like that.
Oh, yes.
Great for
Oh.
moving, great for back to school because then they fold up and they can use them for later. I love that you talked about for the dogs or for your horses.
Right, branches. You know, if you're going to a trail ride and you have your stuff all your gear in the back of the horse trailer, these are great for that because you just put your riding equipment in one, you put the extra feed in another. It's just an easy way to keep stuff. And of course, some hay, or that's straw. But if you might need straw or bedding for the trailer. It's a neat way of keeping yourself very organized.
Yeah, how about you do color coordinated in your basement or in your attic with all of your different seasonal decor that you might have?
Yeah, this is for Christmas, oversized stuff that doesn't fit in plastic tubs. The original boxes have been lost. They fit very nicely right into these wonderful all-purpose tote bags.
More than 33,000 already picked up.
Wow.
These are very, very popular. We're about ready to say goodbye to the slate. That one is the most limited. You get 3 of these at about a $35 savings. If you look at our today's special value, it's $39.46. So it's almost half price, and you get it on 2 easy payments as well. Let's talk to Sally. Hi, Sally. How are you?
Oh,
Hi, I'm fine. How are you two?
very well. How are
Good.
you? It's Illinois? You're from Illinois?
Yes, Plainfield, Illinois.
Oh, I've been
And
there.
I just moved my son into a dorm last week, and I really could have used these.
You sure can. Well,
We
get,
were looking
get them
for
now and you'll have
boxes,
them.
and it was just bad. So when I see these come up, I'm like, I'm getting them now for when we got to move them out and move them back in again.
Yeah, this is like our dorm bag right here. Look familiar, Sally? Like, maybe not a pink one if it's her son, but like flip-flops and the alarm clock and the books and I mean, just all that stuff that it's just miscellaneous.
It's the bedding and
Yeah.
the towels and
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Right.
If you don't believe it until you start seeing the massive pile,
Yeah.
you're like, oh no, how am I getting this up?
And in a big house, you can also use this as a laundry bag to get the stuff down to the laundry room
It's
easily.
very true.
You know, instead of a hamper that you put the stuff in the hamper, you take it out of the hamper, just throw it in this, and you can take it right
That's
downstairs.
a fantastic idea, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Excellent.
I'm glad
and
you.
easy storage then.
Yeah, it's super easy storage. I'm glad you have them now, Sally. You know, there'll be a lot of moving him in and out of places, so now you have him.
Okay.
Thank you for calling.
Thanks,
nice
Sally.
to hear from you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, and if any
Have
of
a
you have
great
bought
day.
these bags previously, please call and let us know what you're using them for.
Yeah.
Because we now have camping, we now have boating,
Right.
we have gardening, we have pets. We
Yeah,
have
they're also water resistant.
students,
They wipe clean.
We have sports, we have horses, Christmas and holidays.
Seasonal decor. I think about going
Yeah.
pumpkin picking and all the stuff, that type
yeah,
of thing.
pumpkin picking. If you're going pumpkin picking, what a nice
And
way.
the orchard to get apples and things like that.
Yeah, to carry home your pumpkins. And corn. It's so great to toss corn in here instead of a bushel basket.
Right.
And the bushel baskets always break. The handles are wire and they cut your hands when you're carrying a whole bushel of corn. So this is a big improvement, and it's environmentally sound because these are going to last you for a long, long, long time. You're
Absolutely.
not going to be throwing them away.
There's all those that bulky miscellaneous stuff too, like like the pillows and stuff like that. What do you put them in, trash bags to move them from place to place?
Oh, I can't stand doing that.
No, and when you're moving, but this is, look at how big it is too. In that video right there, it goes up to like your thighs. These are large,
They
extra large actually is what we
are.
call them. And 47 gallons is what they hold. 930 pounds when you use those main handles. Great wire frame on there. 20 by 20 by 24 is the actual dimensions on these. So these are unlike anything you've seen. They're made out, you can rinse them clean with a garden hose, but they're made out of like a lot of the material that you would find in like sailboats and sails and hulls and things like that. So they're super, super sturdy.
And I saw this material being used on the roadside in Japan. They were repairing a road and they were filled with bags, not quite like this, but big bags were filled with cement, with gravel, with cinder blocks, with marble blocks for edging of the roads. It was incredible, and I thought, God, if it's good enough for that, it has to be good enough for tote bags.
It's so true.
Yeah.
And
so
extra size.
This is what happened, and you see it in other places too. I saw it in South America recently. I saw it in Florida. They were doing some construction job, and it was just heavy, full of all kinds of equipment, and it really holds up. 2,000
spoken for in this program, 34,000 now spoken for on the day. You have color choices of black, also slate, and then also mint. Let's go back over and show them how much it holds. You were standing here, Martha, talking about what you could put in them, and I was like, my son would fit in this.
You could sit
and
in
there'd
there.
be, I could put 4 of my son in this.
Yeah.
Not that you should put your baby in a bag, but look at the weight on this.
But I could put my dogs in here.
You could.
They would be happy.
They'd be excited.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so would Ben. My 2-year-old would be like, I could be in a bag. You know, they love boxes. But right now, let's see, 490, 500 pounds, 500, 930-pound weight limit on these.
Oh, look, we got over 600 pounds.
We're trying hard. Put all your weight on there. Not that you would lift that, not that you could lift that, but the point is these aren't throwaway bags that you find from a big box store. That's not these. These are sturdy, they're wire framed, they have so much more substance and use to them. However, look at this, it goes down to almost nothing.
Yeah, if you're going away for a week and you want to take wine, a case of wine, that goes in here.
I don't know if I can fit all my wine in here. I might have more than 930
Well,
pounds. I'm just kidding.
you could probably take 2 bags then and take enough for a week.
I was thinking when we come home from places, like this is the family of 5 that we have dirty laundry.
Oh boy.
Whole thing would be full of dirty
course.
laundry and sheets and blankets and everything. Absolutely.
And it's good for even in the greenhouse. If you have a potting shed, it's great for mixing soil.
Right.
Just dedicated to that. There's
Here's
many uses for this.
Here's our value. So tomorrow, if you are looking for these, because it's a today's special value, $25.14 each, then there'd be shipping and handling and all of that. A $75.42 value that you get home for about $35 less. Today's special value is $39.46. 2 easy payments on your major credit card of $19.73. I know we're giving you a lot of ideas and options, and even if you're like, I still don't know, it is the final Martha Stewart Home and Garden Today special value of the entire year.
Yes, it
These are
is.
so popular. They're likely going to be gone here pretty soon. Just get them. You'll figure out uses for them. Even if it's just simply storage in your garage, in your attic, or your shed, you will find uses for them. And then you'll be like, one day, oh, Good thing I have those. I'm going to go use it for this.
Gardening is turning into holiday now.
Yeah, it is.
And holiday is turning into other things. So it's time. If you act now, you'll have this for leaf cleanup, for just picking up all the debris
7 to 10 days.
prior to winter. You want to put your lawn to bed really nice and clean. So you're going to blow the leaves. You're going to compost them. It's time to get this kind of thing.
This is the mint, but if you want the slate, we brought in close to 25,000 of the slate. We only have about 9,000 left. That's all we have left here in the slate.
Gone.
And they're going quick, and especially at the rate that these are leaving us. If you go to QVC.com, it's the best place to do it. Texting your orders are a great way. Use your mobile apps because those are by far the fastest way to order. A set of 3. And here's the other thing with this. I don't think this is a very hard purchase to make. It's such a low price for something that you know you'll use, even if you're not quite sure what you're going to use it for right now. At $39.46, you'll figure it out. Just get these home and have them. It's almost like every house. It's like getting batteries, or it's like getting extra toilet paper. You'll use it, and it's not a high price to pay. Let's talk to Joe Ellen.
Oh yeah, from
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Hi, Joe Ellen. How are you?
I'm well. How are you today?
Good. Thanks for calling in. Why are you picking these up?
Pardon?
Why are you picking these up?
Why am I picking it up? Because I paid attention to the description, and having that handle on the bottom will be helpful in turning it over. Plus, they're good looking.
Yeah, they are.
And most things Miss Stewart does are not only highly functional, they're kind of good looking.
I agree. I agree. You know, I've been using. First, I used bushel baskets, which break and fall apart.
I love that bottom handle.
Yeah, and then I used those plastic totes, and then they started making those plastic totes in all those bright colors that just don't go in the landscape for me. And so
you can't fold those down.
No, you cannot, and they don't hold a lot.
Right.
I mean, and the handles always break. So then I thought, gosh, I really need something really, really utilitarian and good looking and functional. So this is it. And I'm going to be using this until I come up with the next great idea, which may take 10 years, but who knows?
But who knows?
I'm certainly going to, I love these bags. I have been testing them, using them, as has everybody who works for me, and we all love them so much. That's why they're for sale here at this great price, by the way, on QVC.
Oh, my. I'm only going to be sorry that I didn't get more.
Yes.
I just already know it. And about having them outside in the yard, if it's not pretty and functional, pretty is such a precious little word, but
no, I agree. I agree. Pretty is
important. I'm really excited about the color.
Yeah. Which color are you getting?
Slate.
Yeah. Very popular one.
Yep. So
I won't let my husband bring anything that isn't too good looking in the yard. I have to be out there and I enjoy it. And
have you gotten any of our tools? Have you gotten any of our garden tools? Like the power washer or the leaf blower?
I have it all because I grew up in a household where we were allowed to do those things back in the dark ages when Mother wasn't looking.
Excellent. Well, you should have all those things, and then your garage looks neat, organized, and these bags can be in there filled with all kinds of things that you need to work out in the yard.
Joe Ellen, we have a whole hour with Martha Stewart this next hour, so stick around if you can and stay with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for calling.
Bye now.
What a polite lady.
She's very nice,
polite.
very well spoken. 34,900 now spoken for. Over 3,000 in this show. You know, the point that she made, I thought was so great. There comes to a point in your life, you know, at a certain time where it doesn't have to just be functional. You don't just get, you know, the bright blue bag that they give you at the big box store and you'll use it for here and here. You don't do that anymore because you want it to look good and be functional.
Yes.
It needs to be pleasant to your eye and serve that purpose as well, because that's huge in our lives. This is so good looking and so much better than any other just quote-unquote bag you've ever found. This is like getting a heavy, I mean, this probably holds more weight than those tote boxes do.
Oh, it does.
At 930 pounds?
Yeah.
And to be able to wash it clean.
You can't ship a 930-pound box through
That's true.
through UPS or FedEx, I don't think.
That's very, very true. You know, the other thing that we haven't even talked about, though, to bring in your firewood during the winter.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do this all the time. I just throw the wood right in the bag. I might have to have help. It depends on how much I throw in.
Right, exactly.
But nice birch wood.
Yeah.
Which you know, you can't wheel this into your house.
No.
And so why not just carry it in? No dust. All the dust ends up in the bag, so you can just shake it outside when you go back out. But you can put in 6, 8, 10 pieces of wood and build your fire. Stack it next to the fireplace.
And this looks so much better than those like fire carrying bags a lot of time do.
Oh, yeah.
And you've got it all right here. You're right. I should be getting my exercise.
Yes, this is good. That's
yes. Do my squats and you know things like that. But you can carry so much.
You can. It's phenomenal. And even if you left that in your next to your fireplace, nobody would say anything.
No, it's pretty.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. That's a great firewood carrier.
How are you gonna, you know, if you do happen to have horses or you live on a farm or that type of thing, how are you gonna carry that around?
Or if you're getting ready to decorate for Halloween and you have all this straw. So look, and if it's too heavy for you, drag it. The bottom will not get holes in it. See, I'm just gonna drag it in my high heel platforms.
I do love those shoes.
But isn't this great? It's just so
folds
easy.
Flat to almost nothing. 35,200 now spoken for, 3,200 in this show.
Yep.
If you want the slate, we started with close to 25,000. We only have about 8,800 remaining. It is our most limited. It is our most popular, so don't wait there. Here's your value. $25.14 each is what you would pay. That's about a $75.42 if sold separately. Not about, it actually is. Today's special value is about $35 less, 2 easy payments of $19.73 to get these home. Use them right now for the beach, for back to school, for moving around, for getting your pumpkins, for decorating for harvest. And then the holiday starts, taking your gifts to grandma's house, to taking your boxes to the post office, decorating for the holidays, sports, the back of the car for all your sports, all of your gardening needs, all of the branches and the leaves, you name it. I love
Don't forget these.
Yes, these are available as well.
Yours are down here, the gray ones. Yes, there they are.
Oh yeah, the gray ones.
And they match your sweater, so you can stay and with the slate bag. I'm moving over to my Martha mint bag. It's pretty. But this is so great, and these gloves too are so fantastic. They're on
QVC.com.
Yeah.
Or you can ask your order operator about these. They are a coordinating item with our today's special value. They go back to those same colors. There they are, $24.12, and again, if you get three pairs, three pairs.
Yeah,
that's really great.
They are phenomenal, with these wonderful rubberized palms and nice breathable tops. Don't they feel comfy?
They do. They feel really good.
They're flexible. You can really wear them very nicely, and they last a long time.
I'll tell you what, if nothing else, I'm just using this for laundry. These for laundry nonstop. To take them downstairs, fold all the laundry, put all the laundry away, all of that. They're such a great bag. 20 by 20 by 24 is the size. Look how big. 47-gallon capacity, 930-pound weight limit. Slates going quickly, most popular, most limited. Also the mint, and then also the black. It is our final Martha Stewart today's special value in the home and garden arena for the rest of the year. The good news is, while these are leaving us quickly, we got a whole hour with Martha coming up in just seconds. Don't go anywhere.
See you then.
So on the next Discover Thursdays with Jane, we have a brand new shoe, which we love from shoe shopping. And with all the entertaining coming, we have Bissell Floor Care right after that. Dennis Basso is back with his mini-series. And then at midnight, we're going to kick off a big Labor Day weekend special with an awesome pair of comfortable but fashionable